Hey folks, thanks for stopping by. Look, real talk, I'm gonna have to start producing this show more regularly because that is the only way I can keep up with all the smoke that 2020 is dealing. It's been about 3 weeks since the last episode and things are completely out of control. I've always been a huge sports fan. I remember as a kid sitting down to watch what I thought was going to be boxing. It looked like boxing. 2 guys, gloves, shorts, ring. Turns out it was kickboxing, which is a sport I'd never heard of. So you can imagine the surprise when all you expect under those conditions is punching. And out of nowhere, another guy kicks another guy in the face. That's been 2020. 2020, we were ready. We're like, all right, we went into 2020 like a regular year, a boxing battle. We're like, all right, 2020, let's do this. I'm ready for, oh, did you just kick me? That's against the rule. What the hell? You turn to complain to the ref, and the ref's a murder hornet? Oh my God, I didn't know we could use our feet. What is going on? Just a sec. I said just a sec. Those were 2 different shoes. This is some bullshit. Let's get to the rundown. Racial equality protests have now set their sights on symbols of the Confederacy.
Mobile, Alabama removed a Confederate statue this morning, and Indianapolis announced this one is coming down. According to the Southern Poverty Law Center, 776 Confederate monuments exist across the country.
I think this is going to slightly delay the South's rise. Looks like the coronavirus is gearing up for a strong second half.
This morning, alarming spikes of COVID-19 cases.
What we're seeing right now is something obviously that's disturbing.
14 states seeing an uptick of more than 25%, all within the last week.
We're going to have to make some defensive adjustments. Maybe go to a zone. Turns out, a lot of people really hate masks.
As COVID cases continue to rise, the CDC is encouraging people to wear masks when they are in public places.
But not everyone agrees they should have to.
We will get together and do a citizen's arrest on every single human being that goes against the freedom of choice. You literally cannot mandate somebody to wear a mask knowing that that mask is killing people.
You're not God, and since masks are harmful, where there is risk, there should be choice. You're removing our freedoms and stomping on our constitutional rights by these communist dictatorship orders or laws you want to mandate.
It's one woman's foul-mouthed meltdown over a request to wear a mask.
I don't give a
If I was Halloween, I'd be very nervous. Facebook is having a problem keeping advertisers.
We turn now to Facebook and the growing list of companies that have vowed to stop advertising on the platform over how it handles hate speech and other content that they consider harmful. Over 500 companies worldwide, including big brands like Coca-Cola, Unilever, and Pfizer, have joined the Stop Hate for Profit campaign to temporarily boycott the social media giant. Celebrities like Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have also joined that call.
Guess we won't be getting a new emoji for Christmas. Thanks, Obama. President Trump's presidency continues to make America great.
President Trump is receiving the lowest marks yet for his handling of the coronavirus crisis. Our latest CBS News poll shows only 41% of Americans surveyed think he's doing a good job. And tonight, the president faces new scrutiny on several fronts, including a tweet that appears to promote white supremacy.
President Trump retweeted this video Sunday morning purporting to be a protest at the Villages retirement community in Florida when one man yelled out, "White power! White power!" The retweet drew instant condemnation and charges of racism from both sides of the aisle.
There's nothing much to be said. That is inappropriate, and it should be taken down.
The president downplayed the risk of the virus, saying he asked his administration to scale back testing.
When you do testing to that extent, you're going to find more people, you're going to find more cases. So I said to my people, slow the testing down, please. I can name Kung Flu. I can name 19 different versions of names.
Can you have too much winning? Baseball is back.
And now baseball finally got the owners and players on the same page, so we will have a season. Here's how the new season will differ from the norm. Instead of 162 games, we'll have just 60. Instead of the season being spread out over 6 months, the entire season will be played in 66 days. There will be an expanded playoff schedule and the designated hitter will be used in both leagues.
60 games. This will be the first season that ends with a participation trophy. And a reality star has fallen on hard times.
The only reason I sold the house, we was dead broke. And the new attorney is like, because at that point we was doing quite a bit. I mean, it was a couple ounces a day. Our habit was $2,500 a day, if not more.
You know how much you realize that is? That's like,
I wasn't trying to get.
that's 25 grams.
Two addicts.
A day.
Wow, $2,500 a day on meth? I don't know who her dealer was, but I'm pretty sure he's the one that knocks. I'll be discussing all that and more, because this is the now normal. Welcome back! You made it to another episode of the Now Normal. As always, I'm your host, Lamont Ferguson. And keep in mind, once this thing is over, the 14 of us left are going to look back and laugh. We begin this episode with some groundbreaking historical news out of Mississippi.
Now to the historic decision in Mississippi to bring down the state flag, which has flown for 126 years. This morning, Mississippi says its current state flag will soon be a thing of the past.
By a vote of 37-14, the bill passes. This is a glorious day that we have the nerve and the courage to change something that pretty well hurt.
The flag is a unifying banner that all people unite under. Ours has not served that purpose.
So, let me get this straight. Within a span of about 3 weeks, the South made decisions about removing the Confederate flag. The South will rise again, but not in any way that anyone expected. 2020, you've done it again. Just when you think it's gonna zig, it removes the Confederate flags. Every time something like this happens, I think we need a Samuel L. Jackson response.
Shit, motherfucker.
As a matter of fact, I think this whole year needs to be measured with the Samuel L. Jackson motherfucker meter. Hey, Sam. Mississippi just got rid of the Confederate flag.
That motherfucker's got to go.
Hey, Sam. People say having to wear masks is a violation of their civil rights.
Motherfucker, please.
Hey, Sam. President Trump keeps having rallies during a pandemic.
Booger eating, piss drinking motherfucker.
Now, while the outcome was pretty swift, it wasn't entirely without a fight. The argument against retiring the flag did have supporters. Retiring. I like that it's being labeled as retiring the flag. As if, well, it's put in a lot of years and good work and it's about that time. Here's a gold pin and some flag pension. And oh, there's cake in the break room. Out of 165 total votes cast in both the State House and the Senate, there were 37 votes against retiring the flag. One representative had this to say.
Opponents said Mississippians, not politicians, should be the ones to make the choice.
I want the people to have that choice. I'm not going to steal their joy.
You want to leave the decision making up to the people? The people? The reason why we think Mississippi in the way that we do is because of the people. Left on their own, the people is the reason that Mississippi is in the top 3 states for obesity every year going back to 2004. I'm going to have to see a better track record of decision making before I leave everything up to the fine people of Mississippi. If you look up the top foods for Mississippi, the first 3 all have fried in the title. Fried chicken, fried okra, and fried green tomatoes. Yes, the people of Mississippi took vegetables and made them unhealthy. Vegetables, the healthiest thing we have on the planet, and the people of Mississippi flipped them like a CIA informant. Oh, you want to leave it to the people? Well, here's what the people think.
They're going to change everything. You know, they don't teach history anymore.
They don't teach history anymore? What did that guy get in history? There seems to be two different histories. There's the one that way too many white people believe that slavery wasn't that bad and black people should just get over it. And then there's the other history that was real. The fact that NASCAR said enough is enough with the Confederate flag should tell us something. I mean, NASCAR, that's the prototype when we think of whiteness in sports. It's rednecks waving Confederate flags, drinking Coors Light, or Pabst Blue Ribbon. I don't know. I don't really know. While drivers are going in a circle at 200 miles an hour. Come on, that is a white sport. The only thing that could make that any whiter if there was a Caucasian lady at the front counter asking to see the manager. But when the sole African-American driver, and by sole I mean only, I don't mean soul. Although I should say the soul brother, and that way the kids can learn about homophones. When Bubba Wallace suggested that maybe NASCAR should get rid of the Confederate flag, they got rid of the Confederate flag. When there was an incident with the garage pole in the shape of a noose found in his garage, the way the NASCAR drivers supported him, it got me to thinking, in this bizarro year, of course that's what would happen. Because that's how 2020 rolls. Mississippi moved very quickly on this matter too. From passing the bill to signing it into law was 2 days. On June 30th, the governor signed the bill into law.
It is now law.
I would have lost a ton of money betting against that the flag would be retired before the governor's hairstyle. What is that? Is that a clip-on? Who gets their hairstyle to look like a bad toupee? Okay, other than that guy, dude is 46 and he's still going with the same haircut from elementary school. No one should ever look at your second grade class photo and go, yeah, that's it. No more. This is it. No reason to change from this. My hair has peaked. I can honestly say that as a bald black man, I'm offended by both the flag and his hairstyle. Lawmakers aren't sure what the new design will be. They're not sure? That's not going to go well. Because in today's society, the last thing anyone would want to hear is the internet saying, we're on it. The internet went to work. Here's a couple of my favorites. And the internet is still undefeated. Look, let's be honest. Mississippi had a horrible flag in the first place. I mean, look at it. It's like they picked up flags at a yard sale and just made do. Oh, and don't act like we don't see that you just took the French flag and clicked rotate 90 degrees. It looks like you were intending to mail a flag using Confederate postage, but you put the stamp where the return address should be. I know one thing. Whatever the new design for the flag is, I better see something that says you tried, Mississippi. So to the old Mississippi flag and to the governor's barber, you about to lose your job. You about to lose your job. Get this dance. Hey, people. Thanks for tuning in for the show. You can catch full episodes on YouTube. Like, share, subscribe, unfriend. Also catch daily clips on any social media platform that I happen to be participating in. There's a lot. I don't know what they are. There's Facebook and Instagram, and then there's TikTok. That's not for me. I don't know what else there is. And also catch me on Tuesday and Fridays with Lewis Johnson. Tuesday and Friday, that is on Facebook Live. Lewis Johnson, very funny man, Lewis Johnson show, The Trump Rundown, that I co-host. All right, I think that's about it. Anything else? Is there anything else, Olivia? Is there anything? No? You got anything? Now you have nothing to say? Now when I ask you to be on camera, you have nothing to say? Other times you just make a noise constantly? You don't really care?
No, guys, no.
All right.
Just hi. Hi.
That was worth it, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't.
All right. Bye.
Okay, bye. Bye.